Hi, this is the mix review, and there are 7 questions. We're going to start with number 1. Right now, I need you to read question number 1 and answer question number 1. Now that you've done question number 1, we're going to go ahead and go over it. So let's go ahead and look at question number 1. Here it is. A frozen yogurt shop offers scoops in cake cones, waffle cones, or cups. You can get vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, pistachio, or coffee flavored frozen yogurt. If you order a single scoop, how many outcomes are in the sample space? So, what do we want to know? We want to know how many outcomes in the sample space. So, we need to create a sample space. Now, we need to remember a sample space is like a tree, right? So, what we're going to do is we're going to say, well, scoops can come in 3 different ways: cake, cones, waffle cones, and cups. And then we have, you can get vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, pistachio, or coffee flavored. So then we have the flavors. We have vanilla, chocolate, snippet chocolate, strawberry, pistachio, and coffee. So if we look at this, when you want to know the outcomes without having to do the tree, you want to know how many combinations, because that's what they're asking you for, like how many different options. All you have to do is multiply the 2 things that we have. So we're going to say, well, how many scoops do we have? We can, or in how many different ways can they give you a single scoop? Well, they can give you a single scoop in a cake cone, in a waffle cone, or in a cup. So that's 3. But there is 5 flavors. And all you have to do to know all the combinations or all the options is multiply those 2 numbers. And 3 times 5 gives you 15. So letter D should have been your answer. Those are all the outcomes that are in the sample space. You're gonna have 15 combinations at the end. Number 2, go ahead and work out number 2 and answer the question. Now that you have answered the question, let's go over number 2. A bag contains 7 purple beads, 4 blue beads, and 4 pink beads. What is the probability of not drawing a pink bead? So I want the probability of not a pink bead. Remember, probability means if they ask you for the probability of something, that means they want a fraction, okay? So I'm going to draw this bag that they say they have. Okay, this is a bag. There's 7 purple beads, 4 blue, and 4 pink. So this bag has a total of how many beads? 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 7 is going to be 15. So there's a total of 15 beads in this bag. Okay, and I want to know the probability of not pink. So 7 is not pink and blue is not pink. So 7 plus 4 gives me 11 and the total was 15. So that's 11 over 15. Can I simplify? Can I make this fraction smaller? No. So the answer will be letter D. Now let's continue to question number 3. Go ahead and read question number 3 and answer question number 3. Now that you have answered question number 3, let's go over it. During the month of June, Ava kept track of the number of days she saw birds in her garden. And this is June. She saw birds on 18 days. So she saw birds on 18 days of the month. What is the experimental probability that she will see birds in her garden on July the 1st? They're asking you for the experimental probability that she will see birds in her garden on July the 1st. So one day. Why do they say experimental? Because this was an experiment. She actually went outside every day of June and said, oh, I see birds. Oh, I don't see birds. Right? So she saw birds 18 days. Out of how many days? Well, I need to know how many days are in June. June has 30 days. Okay? June has 30 days. So out of the 30 days that June has, on 18 she saw a bird. Can I simplify this too? Can I make both smaller? Yes, I'm going to divide both numbers, the 18 and the 30, I'm going to divide them by 6. 18 divided by 6 gives me 3, and 30 divided by 6 gives me 5. 3/5. And that's the smallest that I can get, so the answer is letter G. Okay. Number 4. Go ahead and read number 4, and please make sure to answer number 4. Now that you have answered number 4, let's go ahead and work it out. A rectangle has a width of 4 inches. So a rectangle has a width of 4 inches and a length of 6 inches. A similar rectangle, here's a keyword, similar rectangle has a width of 12 inches. What is the length of the similar rectangle? What is the length of the similar rectangle? Anytime you see similar and it's talking about shapes and something, we're going to do a proportion. Okay, so it's going to be, I'm going to say the first rectangle has a width of 4 and a length of 6. Okay, the first rectangle, width of 4, length of 6. I'm going to copy width and length. This top part is for the first rectangle. Now we're going to do the second rectangle. The second rectangle has a width of 12. And do I know the length? No. So again, the top part, width 4, length 6, that's for the first rectangle. A rectangle with 4, length 6. The bottom part, which is still width and length, has a width of 12, but there's no length. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. So we're going to do 12 times 6, 72. Whatever is left over, we divide by the leftover number. You get 72 divided by 4. I'm actually going to do that here. Goes in once. Oops. 4 into 32 goes in 8. So 18, which is letter D. So this would be 18 inches. So what is the length of the similar rectangle? It would be 18 inches. So a width of 12 and a length of 18 inches. Number 5. Go ahead and do number 5. Read number 5 and go ahead and work it out. Now that you've done number 5, let's go ahead and work it out. Number 5. The experimental probability of hearing thunder on any given day in Ohio is 30%. So 30% of the days you're going to hear thunder. Out of 600 days, on about how many days can Ohioans expect to hear thunder? Out of 600 days, how many days can you expect to hear thunder? Expect. And then percent. Remember that I told you that's going to be proportion. Those are the keywords. Expected, that means we need a proportion, and 30% also means. Remember, anytime they give you a percent, it's going to go over 100. Okay? 30% represents what? When you hear thunder. So this is hear thunder, so this would be hear thunder. 100% is the total days. So what is 600? Is 600 the days that you're going to hear thunder or the total days? Very good, the total days. When are you going to hear thunder? We don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how many days am I going to hear thunder out of the 600 days. And then I'm going to work it out. 600 times 30. $18,000. So you do 600 times 30, you get 18,000, and then I'm going to divide by 100. And I get 18,000 divided by 100 gives me 180. So you're going to hear thunder 180 days. Okay. Number 6. Go ahead and read number 6 and answer number 6. Now that you've read number 6 and answered number 6, let's go ahead and go over it. Isidro tossed 2 coins several times and then recorded the results in the table. So Isidro has 2 coins and he's tossing them. The first time he got heads and tails. Second time he got tails. Third time, tails and heads. Fourth time, heads and tails. Fifth time, heads and heads. Okay. What is the experimental probability that both coins will land on the same side? Okay, well, here they landed on the same side, both coins, tails and tails. Here they landed on the same side, heads and heads. So it was 2 times that they landed on the same side out of how many tosses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 5 tosses. So 2/5, which is letter B. Okay. Number 7, go ahead and read number 7 and make sure to answer number 7. Now that you've answered number 7, let's go ahead and go over it. Magdalena had a spinner that was evenly divided into sections of red, blue, and green. She spun the spinner and tossed a coin several times. So she's spinning a spinner and tossing a coin. So she should get a color and then either heads and tails. She did this 5 times. First time she got blue and tails, second time green and tails, third time green and heads, fourth time red and tails, fifth time, blue and heads. Giving the results, what is the experimental probability, because this was the experiment, of spinning blue? So when did she actually get blue? Here and here. Green, green, red. So she got blue 2 times. Here is the first time that she got blue. Here's the second time. So she got blue 2 times out of the 5 trials. Okay. Now it says write the answer as a decimal. So when you do that, all you have to do is make this into a decimal. To do that, you say 2 divided by 5. So 5 into 2 goes in 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 2 left. Add a decimal. Add a 0. 5 into 20 goes in 4. And 5 times 4 is 20. That's it. 0.4. Here's a point, so it's 0.4. So 0.4. And that's basically it, guys. Make sure to answer them correctly. And that's it. This was your test for this week. And we'll see you later.